Hey guys, finally it's time for a new video here on the MXDan 72 channel. I know it's been a long time. I know the last time I posted a video we were talking about me going on a vacation this winter and with my RV and going riding maybe throughout Florida and Georgia for at least 5 or 6 weeks, but that didn't happen because life is what happens while you're making other plans. Basically, in a nutshell, my good friend and business partner that I've worked with for the last 6 years was perfectly healthy at the end of September, and he became very ill out of nowhere with a rare blood disease, and that's him right there. That's my buddy Shawn, and he passed away on February 9th after 3.5 grueling months in the hospital. And it's difficult because, just 5 months ago he was working with me, and now he's gone. So it goes to show you that tomorrow's not guaranteed. My buddy Shawn, he was 28. He was the lead guitarist in that band that I featured in that one video, Iron Front. Shawn will be missed. Big league. Actually, he's the one that got me my Kenny Roxon model after we went to the Supercross. So it goes to show you that life is not guaranteed. Tomorrow's not guaranteed for anybody. So that kind of threw a wrench in my plans with everything that I was doing. So I'm just starting to get back to work in my shop. I've been doing a few things over the winter. Here's the RM, and I'm glad to report that I've made some progress here on this bike. If you see, the back rim has been all relaced. It's got nice new chain and Pro Taper back sprocket. Nice new chain and sprocket set. Very pretty. I was able to put new Dunlop MX3 tires on the front and the back. I got the new Pro Taper bars, the 7/8 bars on. That turned out very, very well. So all this bike needs now, besides me to ride it, is just got to get the carburetor back together. I just bought one of those machines that clean carburetors finally, ultrasonically, and that's a big help because that gets them cleaner than almost anything else. So I'm happy to report that I've been making some progress on the RM. Very happy with its back tire and rim and chain and all that. So I made some progress on that. The other thing that has occurred is this XR 250. This was one of the bikes that I wanted to take on my ride. I refer to this as one of my bitch bikes, which means that I'm not going crazy on it. This is the bike that was stolen and then recovered. Being I was going to go on my ride, I didn't really have time to rebuild this bike as well, so I dropped this bike off the Dean out of Fastway, and he rebuilt the motor for me, and it's got 2 new tires, and he rebuilt the front suspension. So I'm very actually runs real good right now. I need to change a few things on. I ordered new bars, a new headlight shroud, some new number plates, and a new seat cover. Kind of changed the look of the bike because even though it's been rebuilt, it kind of reminds me of the bike that was stolen. So I got to kind of change up how the bike feels, but it is running. If you guys remember, when I was doing a video of all my bikes, my current collection, there was one bike that was missing from the collection, and here it is. This was the 3rd bike I acquired when I went on a motocross bike buying binge. This here is a 1990 YZ 125A. This bike, I bought it for about $700. This thing ran impressively well, and then it ate its top end. So I decided to totally redo the motor. So every bearing, every seal, everything in this motor has been replaced. It's clean as a whistle, and it runs really, really well. Now, I'm a fairly good mechanic, but I never assume that I'm the best. So when I'm done with the bike, what I do is I bring it to somebody who knows more than I do. And you've heard me mention my friend Dean before. He's an actual motocross wrench. and he's very good at what he does. So I dropped this bike off to him and asked him to first and foremost only work on it when he's in a good mood, and to tweak this thing. And he did. He did a lot of nice adjustments to it. I was having problems with the clutch. The clutch wasn't totally releasing, and I had it apart about 5 or 6 times. And what Dean did is, because he knows what he's doing, he removed 5 millimeters out of the clutch actuator lever, and that gives it much more clutching action, and that solved the problem, which made Dan very, very happy. This bike has the Kendall Washougal tires on it, so it's got nice new sneakers. Another thing Dean did is he retrofitted a new FMF Shorty silencer that's actually made for a KTM, and he adapted it to this bike, and it works like a champ. This bike is badass, and it's got the nice new Pro Taper bars as well. So this bike has actually brought a lot of joy to me and everybody that's worked on it, because you don't see many of these anymore, especially not in this shape. So I'll back up so you can see the whole thing. There you go. There you go. Other than that, that's about all that's been going on. I mean, it's been a lot. I give a lot of credit to those guys like Two Vintage and Tyler Monahan, and these guys are actually able to turn out videos on a regular basis. It's just a lot of work. I don't even have editing software yet. I'm a complete mess, but I'm getting it done. But like I said, life is what happens while you're making other plans. So if you guys want to do something and you're putting it off, you really shouldn't, because you don't know what's going to happen. I'm not saying spend all your money and ruin, your ability to buy lunch next week. That's not the point. But if you guys want to do something and you're not doing it because you think you're always going to have time, well, that may not be the case. So, all right, there's your little lecture from MXDan. So this bike, I'm pleased to report, is back in the inventory, and it is ready to go. So I plan on riding this bike an awful lot this year. And my friends I ride with will be very happy to hear that. So I plan on riding this one, plan on taking my XR 250, the bitch bike, out, and this RM I will get together over the next couple weeks. I want to try out my new carburetor ultrasonic cleaner. And I'm actually having a problem getting parts, a rebuild kit for this particular carburetor for this bike, because there's 3 different carbs that came on this bike that year, and this here has the other one. So if I can't get my hands on that kit and it doesn't work out well, I'm probably just going to change what carb's on it. And that, of course, I'll consult with Dean, because that'll make a big difference. Other than that, oh yeah, one other little addition, and that is the the heater, because it was wintertime and it got cold in here, and I haven't even insulated it in here yet, see? So what I did was went out to Home Depot and I bought this heater. I believe it's 80,000 BTUs, and I burn kerosene in it. And this is a stopgap measure, because I actually am installing HVAC, heating and air conditioning, in this garage over the next month or 2. Also, I just ordered new garage doors, and I've ordered garage doors without the tracks, so I can get rid of these ugly looking doors and these stupid tracks. So, and of course the other thing is I had a sound engineer out here to evaluate the garage, and part of this whole project here, this space was not only supposed to be for my dirt bikes, a place to store and work on them. This is also supposed to be a listening room, because I'm heavily into music, and so I hired a sound engineer, and we're going to put a bunch of pro sound gear in here and actually acoustically treat it so that it sounds good and that a lot of the sound doesn't escape. Just confirms that I'm a complete whack job. All right, that's about it, guys. That's the story. There's a heater. Bike number 3 is back in the inventory, the YZ125A, which I'm very happy with, very, very happy with. I've made progress on the RM, though it doesn't look it, but I have. And the XR250, one of the bitch bikes, is running like a champ. It just still looks like a bitch bike, so I'm going to change that. All right, okie dokie artichoke. Thanks for watching.